Welcome back to Inside the Age of Ice Giants, the ultimate survival meta of the last ice age, also known as the Pleistocene. Today, we're going further than ever before, ranking every major ice age build, from woolly mammoths to Homo sapiens, exploring not just their raw stats, but their strategies, their strengths, their weaknesses, and how they navigated one of the harshest and most unforgiving ecosystems Earth has ever seen. Picture a world where survival wasn't just about strength, but cunning, endurance, and knowing how to play the terrain. Buckle up because this is a frozen battlefield of epic proportions, and every step could mean life or death. Before we dive into the builds, let's set the stage properly. The world during the last ice age was a place dominated by colossal glaciers that stretched like icy walls across entire continents, grinding down mountains, shaping valleys, and freezing rivers into impassable fortresses. Beneath this frozen surface, permafrost locked the soil in a permanent icy grip, preventing trees from taking root and shaping the unique biome known as the mammoth steppe, a vast, windswept expanse of tundra and grasslands, stretching from modern-day Europe through Siberia and across North America. This wasn't a static world. Interglacial periods brought brief respites of warmth, allowing rivers to flow freely and vegetation to sprout. These temporary windows created opportunities for herbivores to feed, predators to hunt, and humans to migrate and expand their territories. But these periods were fleeting, and survival depended on more than just brute strength. Every creature had to adapt, evolve, or risk extinction. Woolly mammoths grew thick fur and long, curved tusks for both combat and foraging, while saber-tooth cats perfected ambush techniques to exploit the terrain and prey behaviors. Humans, meanwhile, were developing flint spearheads, fire mastery, and complex social strategies to survive alongside or hunt these giants. From the frozen plains of Siberia to the Bering Strait crossings connecting continents, every patch of land was a high-stakes arena where adaptations were tested daily. The mammoth steppe was home to an incredible diversity of megafauna, each with unique builds and survival mechanics. From the lumbering, tank-like mammoths to the stealthy and deadly apex predators like cave lions and saber-toothed cats. Every decision, from where to forage to how to migrate during interglacial periods, shaped the evolutionary meta of the era. So, get ready to step into a world where glaciers dominate the horizon, permafrost freezes your path, and survival is the ultimate high-stakes game. In this icy meta, only the cleverest, strongest, and most adaptable builds make it through, and today we'll rank them all, breaking down strategies, strengths, and weaknesses in epic detail. Now, onto the tier list. G tier, cave bears and giant beavers. Cave bears were enormous, tanky builds with insane HP, making them excellent at passive defense. But there's a catch: low mobility and poor aggression stats. Cave bears could withstand cold winters and survive scarce food better than most, but if a saber-toothed cat or cave lion got a pack together, GG. They lacked strategic combat perks, and their size actually made stealth almost impossible. Giant beavers, on the other hand, had engineering perks, dam building, lodge creation, and territorial control, but zero agility. Great for shaping small ecosystems, but too slow to escape apex predators. Their attacks were limited to gnawing and minor melee, meaning solo play was incredibly risky. Still, they left a lasting legacy in wetland landscapes, so technically, they were high-value support builds. F tier, steppe bison and giant sloths. Steppe bison had solid herding bonuses, which gave excellent passive defense against predators. In massive herds, these builds could repel individual attacks. Weakness, low speed, poor maneuverability, and vulnerability to ambush predators like saber-toothed cats and humans with coordinated spear attacks. Giant sloths were massive tank builds with long reach attacks, perfect for browsing foliage. But mobility was practically zero, and they were high-risk targets for apex predators and hunter-gatherer teams. Despite raw HP, their slow reflexes made survival in fast-paced combat situations almost impossible. Fun builds for casual play, but low tier in PvE against predators. D tier, saber-toothed cats, smilodon, and cave lions. Now we enter the first truly dangerous builds. Saber-toothed cats had stealth perks, incredible bite damage, and ambush specialization. High risk, high reward meta. One wrong move and your stamina is gone, but one perfect attack and prey is down. Solo builds were risky, but packs could dominate medium tier megafauna. Cave lions had similar perks: stealth, teamwork bonuses, and sprint bursts that could easily overtake slower herbivores. Weak points: limited endurance, vulnerability in cold environments, and reliance on big prey. These apex predator builds ruled their territory, but efficiency drops when prey is scarce or humans enter the area. C tier: woolly mammoths and prairie mammoths. Tanky builds with massive HP, tusks for melee defense, and thick fur that gave cold resistance. Herd tactics added team bonuses. One mammoth down, the others can retaliate, shield young builds, and block predator paths. Weaknesses: low speed, huge food consumption, and vulnerability to coordinated hunter-gatherer attacks. These builds had moderate agility on flat terrain but struggled in deep snow or fragmented habitats caused by glaciers. Still, their long-term survival stats were solid, and when played correctly, they could dominate vast areas of the mammoth steppe. B tier: Homo sapiens, modern humans. Humans were versatile utility builds, not raw power tanks. Average physical stats, but insane strategy bonuses. Tool mastery, fire, and tracking skills gave humans flexibility unmatched by most builds. With flint spearheads, hunting traps, and early shelters, sapiens could tackle bigger megafauna with calculated teamwork. Bonus perks: vitamin D adaptation allowed survival in low-light, high-latitude environments. Knowledge sharing gave XP boosts to younger builds. Early domestication skills meant resource management over time. Weakness: direct combat with apex predators was extremely risky. But the strategy: humans could outplay almost any Ice Age build if they coordinated properly. A tier: Neanderthals. Neanderthals were beefier, stronger builds, built for cold climates. Higher base strength and resilient stats than sapiens, plus excellent hunting skills. Their toolkit included flint tools, fire mastery, and robust physical endurance. Weaknesses: lower mobility and flexibility, smaller social network than sapiens, and slightly higher resource consumption. When played in coordinated squads, Neanderthals could dominate localized Ice Age biomes, taking down medium-tier megafauna efficiently. Solo, however, not recommended against apex predator packs. S tier: hunter-gatherer meta builds. This is where the meta gets crazy. Hunter-gatherers combined all survival perks: advanced tool use, fire mastery, tracking, tactical intelligence, and team bonuses. With knowledge of permafrost, glaciers, and mammoth steppe ecosystems, these builds could maximize survival and resource acquisition. Strategic plays included coordinated mammoth hunts using spear formations, Bering Strait and Central American land bridge migrations to access new biomes, fire use to control territory and deter predators, tracking and analyzing predator behaviors for efficient hunting. These builds weren't just surviving, they were thriving. Even apex predators struggled against clever hunter-gatherers who leveraged environmental knowledge and social coordination. Ancient DNA and collagen analysis now show just how advanced these strategies were, with adaptations like vitamin D synthesis giving humans an evolutionary edge in high-latitude cold zones. Of course, all builds face massive environmental modifiers. Climate change, interglacial periods, habitat fragmentation, and human overkill contributed to the eventual mass extinction of megafauna. Woolly mammoths, giant sloths, and cave lions eventually disappeared from the meta, while humans continued to expand and evolve, eventually dominating Earth's ecosystems. So, whether you're fascinated by apex predators, massive tank builds, or cunning human strategies, the Age of Ice Giants was a masterclass in survival, adaptation, and evolution. Every build mattered, every strategy counted, and every migration was a high-stakes meta move. If you enjoyed our content, please do us a huge favor. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Your support helps us create more epic deep dives into the coolest eras of Earth's history. Share this video with friends and join us as we explore more incredible survival metas from the past.